all the best of your Arena Lacrosse League West Division teams, the Blackfish, the Grizz, the Sea Spray, and the Shooting Eagles. It's a battle of 1 versus 3 here today. The 7-4 Shooting Eagles taking on the 5-6 Blackfish. Last time these two teams went out against each other, it was a 23-13 final score in favor of the Shooting Eagles, as their offense was absolutely on fire in that game. Opening face-off underway here, and we'd like to begin our broadcast by acknowledging we're bringing this Creators game to you on the unceded traditional territory of the Coast Salish peoples, and in particular, we'd like to mention our relationship with the Kikite, Katsi, Tsleil-Waututh, Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, and Matsqui First Nations, our closest neighbors, and always an honor and privilege to live, work, learn, and play in this territory. Over the center line now, and the Blackfish looking to establish some offense early here. Less than a minute gone by, but things already heating up here from the field house. Jones brings it back out towards the point, has the pick and roll going there, cuts towards the middle. Jones lets that one go, bounces off of the defender, and will head out of play. Ball does come to rest outside, so a fresh one will be thrown into Watson on the far side. Fitzgerald and Kotenoff defending in the middle. Watson loads up, pass across the zone to McKinley. Ethan Umlaut, the other lefty, in the near side with McKinley, as he'll probe in. Spin around to the outside and get a lane towards the front of the goal. Diving in and scores! The veteran, Steve McKinley, fired up as he dives across and picks the opposite corner to open it up early for the Blackfish. Steve McKinley, formerly of the Grizzlies, traded over to the Blackfish partway through the season and has made an immediate impact on that offensive side. Able to spin away from the check of Adamson. Thought that Slater, somebody might have come over to help there, but he's able to dive in and get it in the opposite corner, getting that one past Mr. Thomas Ungaro. Or pardon me, it's Nichols, I should say, number 31 in goal, starting for the Shooting Eagles this afternoon. On the far side, it's Dave Mathers, starting for the Blackfish. Gillis on the near side hits the trailer. In McIntyre, they'll go to the far side. Jumping out was Richmond to talk that one away. McKinley, opening goal scorer, has it again on the near side. Spins off the check, throws that one into the middle, through the legs, but finds the inside of the pad and out the other side. Roberts bumps to the man on the far side as they fight for the loose ball here. Isaac Richmond will get that one into the stick, but not without Chase McIntyre have something to say about it. Knocked free, and the stick knocked out of the player's hands as the loose ball finally comes free to the Blackfish. They'll get a fresh 30 to work with here. Kellner back in action today. Gives that one to Nick Scott. He'll pass out to Gillis and head off on the change. Gillis stalking in, one man to beat in Jackson Ganton. Gets around the screen on the outside, finds McIntyre, right point side. Tries to throw that one through. Fitzpatrick getting some defensive minutes here as well. Coming to the far side, kicked out by the pad of Nichols. And grabbed onto by Jacob Dowell. Dowell throws this one forward. And Jacob Dowell, one of the players that came over to the Shooting Eagles in the spree of trades that the Grizzlies made a couple of weeks back. Shooting Eagles cross zone feed. Low goal line side on the left wing. Back to Winters. Winters tried to drag that one low and through. Gets around a couple of men spinning. Still with it. Diving, and Mathers kicks that one out. What a play there for Garrett Winter. Here they come in transition the other way. The Blackfish, they love this game. Shot off the crossbar. Anthony Buono cocked that thing back and let it rip off of the steel. As this one going to be going back to the Blackfish again. Went off of the steel and out, so considered touched by the Eagles. Ryan Jones out of the left wing side, loads up, fires, and Nichols takes that one off the chest. Unable to find the rebound was Ethan Umlaut. There goes Cal Slade picking that one up. He's got the bright green socks on today, can't miss him. Shades to the left, lost the man in transition behind the back feed to the trailer. There's Adamson, was calling for it. He'll take it out calmly to left wing side now. Adamson surveys the floor. He'll go to the far side, stalking in. Waits, Dylan Lacroix looking for this one here, pulls it back out, tries to hit the trailer at the point, couldn't get him there. Bounces free towards the middle, and over and back going to be called there. As trying to pick it up was Dylan McIntosh. Graydon Sauchi just leaves that one for his player. Gives it to Brian Gillis. He's able to bring Richmond out of the middle. Pass that one free to Umlaut. Connor Watson joining in the fray back at the center. He'll cut towards the front. Pass across the zone, cross-body shot. Nichols turns it away. Fitzgerald trying to scoop this one up. Watson all over him. Trying to cut through. Gillis there as well. Able to let that one free. Scoop pass to Watson now as the Blackfish, fresh 30 and back in the offensive territory. Watson absorbing the hits from Richmond and company as Slade picks that one off, and he'll look to head the other way. Has Ganton with him as Musso heads off on the change. Ganton stalking in, spin, still holds it. Good check there from Henning and Kellner. Ganton, that one knocked out of his stick, pushed over. A couple of more players come together. Referee right there in good position. This one comes free as the Blackfish looking to get a dodge there. Flip pass to Jones, in and out of his stick. Jumping forward to try and knock that one away was Clare. Sam Clare making his return to the Shooting Eagles. Haven't seen him in a while. Good to see him back in the green and gold. Across the zone, that pass, McIntyre couldn't find the handle on it, ends up skying out of bounds. Souvenir for the fans there. Clare throws this one ahead, he'll head off on the change. Down the left wing side, Mark Yingling has the men setting up in the middle for a screen play. Stutter steps around the outside, curls it to the far wing. Digby tries to let it go inside. Comes back out. Adamson waiting up with it, gets the screen from Yingling. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Goes to the left side, try to get it back across into the middle. Back to the point, waiting, 5 seconds. Adamson lets it go, took a deflection, and Mathers was there. Dave Mather in goal today. Brandon Humphrey having a good showing last week for the Blackfish. Stutter stepping, high stepping, takes the shot. Mather covering things up and holding on there. Humphrey a bit more of a quick style in goal, whereas Mather is taking up a lot of real estate, holding the angles. No wasted movements for Big Dave. Gillis, near side wing, throws that one back out towards the center. 9.5 left to go in the first. Curling out from in behind the net was Watson. He'll stutter step and try and get around Slade. Still holds possession with the offhand. Swings it across to Ethan Umlaut. Richmond all over him. Pushed down, tries to get it free to Jones. Good play by Ganton to get in the way there. Pardon me, it was Nielsen. As this one, shot finally winding down. The Shooting Eagles get possession there. Good defensive play to get the ball back. Fitzgerald stops on the left wing side. Throws this one across in and out of the stick as Winter. Got his signals mixed up there with McIntosh. Finally comes away with it though. 16 to go on the shot clock. Declan Fitzpatrick. Spencer Bromley coming through the middle. Coming off the wing, McIntosh let that one go, and Mather just took it off the chest and held on. Back out in the open floor. Check levied there by Bromley as the Blackfish looking to try and get that one over the timeline, and they do with about a second to spare. As Buono will feed it over to McKinley. McKinley utilizing the presence on the near side. Coming over to set the screen was Gillis. Two-man game going there. Here's the trailer and Ryan Jones. Jones loads up, fires, and Nichols able to hold on to that one. Into the stick and out of the stick. Can they get the touchdown? No. As Sam Clare shot out of a cannon, but that pass just a little bit too far for him to haul in. Super Bowl Sunday last weekend. Gonna do their best impression of Patrick Mahomes, throwing it out to Kelsey there. Far wing side, Watson, Richmond defending. Fitzgerald stepping up on the switch as well too. Musso guarding Jones, over to Gillis, near side wing. Tries to go low, Nichols handled it with ease. Ganton out of the far side, gets it forward to Fitzgerald. Across the timeline. Officials pointing across. As Adamson starts with this one, high in the left point side. Yingling in the area as well. One hopper to McIntosh coming off the bench, flips it over to the far wing. Lacroix stepping back towards the middle, feeds it in for Adamson, misses him, and bounces all the way free to Yingling. Has Squarick on him in the corner with 3 seconds left to go. Tries to spin off of the check there. He'll just have to throw this one free. And I believe that is going to take us to our mid-period officials timeout. Indeed, it will. 7:17 left to go. And both of these sides fighting with vigor so far in this one. Good shot of the coaching staff on both sides. As we'll refresh and bring up the box score. Second game coming up later today will be the Grizz and the Sea Spray. Always exciting to see a rematch of the championships from last season. As those sides, no love lost between them, and the Grizzlies making a whole bunch of different trades as they've been trying to re-find their identity partway through this season. Having a look at the standings, Grizzlies 4-7 right now after starting the season on 3-1. if I'm not mistaken. Currently on the 5-game losing streak. So they got to 4-2 before going on the skid. They're going to try and get out of the funk today. It's going to be a penalty coming out of the timeout. There's that one. A shot and a goal. Cody Adamson tying things in one. As Jensen was in the box. With 7:01 left to go, the captain of the Shooting Eagles ties it up square at 1. Quickly off of the start of the play, just able to get the shot through from the point. Adamson, the quick step over to the right, and the one hopper. Mather just unable to cover the far side of the post. That one bouncing up and in. 7:01 left to go in the first. We're tied at 1. Can the Blackfish stay out of the box in this game? Shooting Eagles power play has looked good throughout the early season. Near side wing. Winter waiting for the screen, gets it from Yingling, cuts towards the middle, and he's pushed around to the outside. Back at the point, whips it over. Lefty shooter spot. Declan spinning around. Fitzpatrick lets that one go. Mather gets a piece of it. Indeed, it did not go off of Mather. Actually, it deflected off of the defense. There's no shot clock reset. The Blackfish going to get this one and pick it up. Play blown in. 6:24 left to go. They'll start on the near side. Flip that one over as Reese Barnes heads off in the change. Watson cutting through the middle. Tried to get the pass down through the middle. Watson good at finding those extra lanes inside. Fitzgerald and Imlot box shoulders as Cal Slade picks up the loose ball and heads out the other way. Slade, Ethan Imlot, the trailer. He'll head off on the change to bring the last true defender back out onto the floor. Conrad Squarick heading towards the middle. Near side, shooter spot for McIntosh. Stutter steps, curls to the middle, exploding inside. Takes the shot. That one goes wide. Just about beheaded one of the Shooting Eagles as that one bounced off of the back wall. Into the corner, Yingling and Squarick squaring off once again. 1 second left as the players crumple to the ground. The shot clock expired. They'll gather themselves back up. I believe it was actually going to be a loose ball push was called. And so the Shooting Eagles get possession once again. McIntosh, what a bullet. That one goes left. Bounces off of the back wall and coming to rest in the middle. It's going to be over and back as that one didn't touch anybody. So McIntosh going to settle that one down to the official, and he'll head off on the change. As McIntosh so explosive into the middle early on in this game, just able to open up those lanes for himself. And he had a cannon of a shot. He's had multiple multi-goal games this season for the Shooting Eagles. Claire defending on the far side, cuts towards the middle. Gillis whips it into the middle. Here's the elevator. Goes upstairs instead. That one actually bounced off of Ethan Imlot partway through. He'll lay down and stretch that one out as just got in between Henning's shot and the goal there. 5:02. Shooting Eagles in transition. Lacroix stops on the far side, waits for the trailer into the middle. That one whipped off of the defense once again. These defenders are sacrificing the body right now to keep that one away from Mather. Near side wing, whips it across. Tried the back gate one-timer, and that one picked off by Gurney. Out in transition the other way. Shot on goal and missed near wide. As the Blackfish going back to their bread and butter once again. Near side, McKinley. Musso to defend there. Ganton, Slade, Fitzgerald, and Johnson, the other defense right now for the Shooting Eagles. McKinley swims around to the near side. Pass it back into the middle. Ryan Jones lets that one go low. Long ball held onto by Nichols. Almost scooped away by Watson inside. He and Musso bump together. Strike thrown to Ganton, and he'll toss another one forward. One hopper gathered by the Eagles in the front floor. Waits, takes, looks for the left post. That one missed just wide. 30 seconds left to go on the shot clock. It looks like actually Mather would have got a piece of that one as they reset the shot clock. Under 4 to go here. Adamson spinning in, back to the forehand, takes the shot low. Mather handles it with the pads and scoops it up. This one given just a bit forward. As Ryan Jensen and company heading off on the change. Buono, quick play there from McIntyre. Almost pushed across the line, gets it free to Ethan Imlot. Far side, Watson, the trailer, last man in on offense as Nielsen runs into him. Screenplay set, whip it across. Gillis looking into the middle. There's the trailer over top of the goal as he was pushed into the man. Gillis getting into it a little bit in front with Kotenoff, as Claire ended up shoving Henning into the goaltender. Henning with not a lot of space and nowhere to go as he ended up taking out Ungaro. It's going to go away for the interference call. So Henning going to be in the box. Wrong door as he'll head to the far side. And another power play coming up here for the Shooting Eagles. They got their opening goal with the extra man earlier. Lacroix on the far side with Bromley. They got Winter quarterbacking at the center. Winter whips it through. Bromley looking back up to Winter, feeds it over. Yingling in and out of the stick. Is coming over with Nick Scott to try and chop that one away. Yingling curling back off the left side wing. Fakes the pass, gets it back up to Winter now. Tried to scoop it through. That one stripped away by Nick Jensen. Loose ball, fought for now, scooped up by Yingling. Tried the quick shot at the sharp angle, and then Mather chops that one away into the stick. Tried the scoop pass to Kellner, who was right there. They'll have to scoop it off the wall, and they get it across the line. There's Nick Scott. Going to be over the 8 seconds in the back floor, so the Shooting Eagles will get this one with a couple of fresh bodies coming off the bench. Minute 17 left to go on the second power play. They leave it for Adamson behind the back pass into Yingling, back over to McIntosh. Adamson going to switch places with Winter on this unit now. Quick stick on the far side, handled by Mather as Bromley let that one go. Bromley showing quick stick on the far side again. Knocked free. Lacroix takes a couple of hacks from Gurney. Gets it back over to Bromley. Back up top, Adamson fakes the behind the back pass. Let's go the second time. McIntosh, that one off of the stick of the defender. And Gurney trying to pick this one up. Loose ball finally grabbed. Out into the front floor. Out to the near side. It's Graydon Sauchi. Feeds that one through to Jones as Watson had Slade watching him. He'll set up in behind the goal on the near side corner. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Jones flips it across. There's Jordan Roberts on the far side. Roberts flips it over. Blackfish coming in the near side. They'll look to try and swim through. Good move there as McKinley opens up. Had to pass it across. Time walking down as Claire able to pick that one up in transition. Spins off of the check and looking to get free. A couple of players come together and able to strip him of the ball. There's Watson, 2-on-1. Gets it over to Buono. Takes the shot. Nichols, what a stop there. Isaac Richmond picking up the rebound. Partial screen set from Claire. They'll get across the line. Connor Watson lost the lumber as we're back 5 aside. Couple of checks levied there by Henning as he heads off on the change. Shooting Eagles will hold possession now. Round back to the outside. 13 to go on the shot clock. Yingling waiting, looking in the middle. That one knocked aside as Winter trades places with him. Curling back up to the middle. Pass across. Quick shot. Mather holds on to it with a long ball. Squarick shielding as he tries to come out through the middle. Guarded on the back check by Dylan Lacroix. Good defense there. Last minute to go in the first quarter. Mlott gets around the screen, spins onto the back end, gives it to Jones. Fires, and Nichols swallows that one up into the equipment somewhere. As Gillis tried to scoop it through as it landed down. That one finally given to Dowell. He's got 6 seconds to get across. He'll run right up the middle. 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Adamson got 20 on the shot clock to work with. So about 10 seconds separating the two. Sauchi and company knocked that one out of his stick. He'll pick it up and curl back towards the middle. Spins off of the check, still has it. Low shot deflected by Buono. Buono's feeling that one with the leg. 4 seconds left to go. They're going to try the wraparound. Stepped inside. That one, the cheeky wraparound. They're going to call timeout, so 10.7 seconds remaining. And Rod Jensen and company will call timeout here to try and set something up. Referees in this one, Craig Boldridge, Nick Thomas, and Jacoby Craftsman. As Rod Jensen and company call timeout here. Hope your Sunday's treating you well. Arenalacrosseleague West Division in their second season. Things ticking along quite nicely. It was quite the exciting first year. And excited to be bringing even more lacrosse action to you from the LEC Fieldhouse. If you haven't had the chance to come on down and take in a game just yet, be sure to get down here and rectify that, as this is some of the best lacrosse you'll see out here on the West Coast this time of year. Lots of these players featured in the WLA, which will be tipping off come May. Lots of these players drafted into the WLA for this season as well. So Jones and Nielsen coming together on the near side. Watson one-timer with Gillis, and that one missed wide off the quick stick on the far side. As Claire tried to whip that one the length of the floor, just ran out of time. Slade and Henning came together, but Nielsen draped all over Jones on the near side. They knew who they wanted to go to. But Nielsen defending him with a vested interest. So 1-1 at the end of 15 minutes here from the field house against the 7-4 Shooting Eagles, taking on the 5-6 Blackfish. Having a look at the summary so far, 10 shots for the Eagles and 11 for the Blackfish through the first 15. Both sides staying fairly even so far. As again, the Blackfish look to have a short memory in this one, as they know what can happen when the Shooting Eagles get their offense underneath them. Low scoring first. We'll see which side will crack first, or if this one's going to have more of a defensive flair. And we know what happened the last time these two sides went out. 36 goals combined. 23-13 the final score in favor of the Shooting Eagles. Multiple players with multi-goal games in that one on either side. Head coach Adam Smith at the assistants, Kevin Reed and Terry Mosdell for the Shooting Eagles, and on the Blackfish, their general manager Darcy Dagan. And the head coach Roddy Jensen with their assistants Ian Poole, Fred Klump, and Glenn Jensen. Season series 3-1 in favor of the Shooting Eagles so far, as these two sides have clashed throughout the later stages of 2022 and early 2023. 16-15. The lone win for the Blackfish against the Shooting Eagles squad. That came on November 13th, before the Shooting Eagles would win the last three by scores of 15-9, 13-11, and 23-13. The Blackfish having a good early start to the season. They're now looking for a little bit of revenge on the Shooting Eagles. This is one of the teams that has consistently got the better of them. Ryan Jones, though, coming into this game, leaving his mark on the league so far, coming into this game tied with Mark Yingling. So number 14 for the Eagles and number 16 for the Blackfish. They both got 54 points on this season. Ryan Jones leading the league in assists by a big margin. 41 apples on the campaign for Ryan Jones, as he'll lead Mark Yingling, who's in second place, by 10. Shooting Eagles starting out the second with an offensive possession off of the face-off draw win. 1-1 your score here for the Fieldhouse. Bromley to start with it on the near side. Bromley this season with 27 goals in his own right, passing into the middle. Quick shot, just missed the top corner, as Winter spun and fired off of the near side. That one took a bounce off of the door. Whipped across. Graydon Sauchi in transition, gives it back to Barnes, and he scores! Sauchi and Barnes run the two-man game in transition. They got a fortuitous bounce off of the open gate near the benches on the far side. Went right into Barnes' stick. They'll go the give and go and make it a 2-1 game. As the Shooting Eagles, they tried the quick play with Winter in the middle. Bromley got it to him, and he just whipped it around Sauchi. This one, you'll see the loose ball just boink, bounces off of the gate there, ends up right in the stick of Barnes, and they'll do the nice give and go. And Barnes makes no mistake. Here's Buono in transition now as well, too. One man to beat, gonna go around the outside. Tries to drag that one back in, and Connor Nichols will turn it aside. Scoop pass back to the trailer, and Sam Clare getting some offensive time now. He was playing mostly defense in the first. Waits into the middle, crashing through a couple of people, still gets the pass away. As Sam Clare cutting in, Winter with it now. Stutter stepping around the outside of the zone, into the middle, off of the bar. Tough play there for Fitzpatrick, who was cutting through the middle, as the Shooting Eagles will keep this one alive in the offensive territory. There's Adamson coming off of the gate. Looks off a couple of players cutting through the middle as Fitzpatrick and Nick Jensen come together. Near side, Fitzpatrick still loading up in the middle, cutting into the middle. Bromley was looking for it. Yingling in behind the net, brings the defender out in behind as Fitzpatrick runs into him once again. Fitzpatrick setting a ton of screens here. Bromley, the one hopper, held onto by Mather. Mather sees the man coming out of the offensive gate in the far side. Again, the second and fourth. So dangerous as you've got the offensive players coming out of the gate so close to the opposite goaltender. Henning. Here's the trailer, left wing side now. McIntyre cutting in, waits, takes, tries to shoot over top of everybody, and that one gets through. You heard it thump off of the pads of Nichols. Well, that one had enough power to continue making its way. Crosses the goal line, and it's now 3-1 for the Blackfish. Chase McIntyre joined the Blackfish partway through last season. He's been an offensive staple ever since. As McIntyre cutting in off the wing, just uses the height. You can see there that Henning ducks. He knows where he wants to get the shot. So he sets the screen and is able to just kind of duck and hunch the body forward to be able to open up that shooting lane over top of him in between the two defenders. Loose ball, heavily fought for on the far side. Players coming together, still trying to come away with it. Here they go down the far wing side, cutting in, scoop pass, knocked aside by Justin Gurney. As Sauchi will pick this one up and get it out in transition. Buono couldn't handle it initially off of the hop. He'll scoop it up the second chance here. Whips it across, 3-1 now in favor of the Blackfish. Jones cutting into the middle, looked off. They'll go to the near side point for Watson. Goes to the right, pass it across, bounce off of the wall, and they'll get that one back into the stick. Gillis under siege, cuts back towards the middle, feeds it inside, still has it, tried to get the backhand feed away, but couldn't quite trigger it there. Sharp angle shot, they'll get the reset, as Nichols had to be careful with that one. They'll throw this one ahead as Ganton finds Winter on the far side. He and McIntosh, two of the three righties out here right now. Sam Clare mixing up in the middle. There's McIntosh behind the back feed. Off of the bar. Winter that close to bringing it within one. Lacroix back over to Adamson. Clare mixing it up in the middle. McIntosh whips it across. There's Lacroix in and out of the stick. Squarak coming over, knocks it away initially. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock now. Clare whips it over. That one a little bit too high. Squarak ends up with it in the stick. Gets it ahead to Justin Gurney. Gurney in down the near side wing. Stops, feeds it over. There's McIntyre. Missed it. Bounced off the wall. And the Shooting Eagles, Cal Slade will come away with it here. Slade looking forward in transition. Jacob Dowell in and out of the stick. Now he'll get it here. Transition player waits and fires it through. Sauchi defending inside, mixing it up. Barnes, Buono, Watson, and Kellner alongside of him. There's Adamson making his way towards the back of the goal. He'll set up in Gretzky's office. Fitzpatrick lets a bomb go and kicked up by the foot of Mather. Fitzpatrick able to get a lot of power on that one. There's Buono cutting right up the middle. Pass is incomplete as they tried to hit him up the middle. And the Shooting Eagles pushed off the ball there as Barnes gave the shove, and that'll be a loose ball shove. So the Shooting Eagles going to come away with it there. Sauchi going to stay back on defense in front of his goaltender. With 10.5 left to go here in the second. Whip that one across, and McIntosh able to bring it back down for the heavens. McIntosh over to Digby on the near side. Squarak, Sauchi guarding on the near side wing. Jensen calling out the screen as well too. Ryan Jensen on the far side cutting into the middle. McIntosh bumped down, comes to rest in the crease as Mather picked that one up and will facilitate as Sauchi whips it across. There's Nick Jensen on the near side. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Defending Shooting Eagles looking for something here. Jones around the outside looking to take matters into his own hands. Nichols turns it away. Loose ball almost picked up there as here comes Sam Clare out the other way. Sam Clare putting on the afterburners, cutting in on goal. Gurney gets there, just steps inside. Gurney kept the shot away for long enough and Clare ran out of room. Got the goal, but he stepped inside, waits, takes, scores! Transition opportunity for the Shooting Eagles, shut down by Gurney, and the Blackfish make no mistake on the other end. It's 4-1. Quick play on the far side, as right after Sam Clare gets his goal waved off for stepping inside the crease. The Blackfish go down the other way with a transition opportunity and are able to get that one in the back of the net. 9:41 left to go. Nick Scott locking horns in the middle. Gillis getting credit for that one over on the far side. Nick Scott right out of the face-off draw and now mixing it up on defense. The captain for the Blackfish. Heart and soul out there right now. In and out of the stick of Adamson as he'll be forced to gather off of the wall. Squarick guarding him. Jensen now out to have a look at Yingling. Adamson gets it back, goes right into Squarick. Double comes, flips it back out towards the center, and that one will miss. Over and back called here as Watson streaks in to pick this one up. Watson, quick stick across, and that one just missing wide. As Watson gets it back again, flips it back up towards the point area. Double clutches and gets it to the near side wing once again, cutting in Roberts, stumbling, trying to get it through, waved off. Just fell inside the crease before he could get it away. And I believe we're going to get a penalty here for unsportsmanlike. As looks like Watson is going to go away. And now he's going to get a misconduct on top of it. So Watson got the 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike, and now he's going to get a misconduct on top of it. Under 9 to go. It'll be 5-on-4. I believe the Blackfish are going to have to send somebody over to the box to serve on behalf of Watson, who should be in there a little bit longer after his minor expires. They will send somebody over now. They're going to send McKinley across. Power play coming here. Shooting Eagles down by 3. Adamson will load up, feeds it back to Bromley in the near side, tries the quick stick at the far side. Yingling, patience, tries to throw it in the middle, knocked away by the defender's stick, and then Yingling picks up the loose ball. Lacroix lets it go, took another deflection, ends up coming into Mather's pads and goes out of play. Adamson now starts up the top of the zone, fresh shot clock to work with, give and go with Lacroix, tries the elevator, missed the wrong floor, as that one bounces to the far side. McIntosh picks it up, 20 seconds to go now on the shot clock. Gives it over, Yingling whips it across, Bromley looking for it, blocked there by Sauchi, stays in after a pinballed around the glass. Bromley looking in the middle, McIntosh scores! Dylan McIntosh, a power play goal to bring it back within 2. Shooting Eagles keep persisting on the power play. Both goals in this game scored with the extra man. So McKinley will come out of the box, but the 10-minute misconduct still needing to be served by Watson. So Watson should be eligible to return. Roughly 13 minutes left in the third, so he'll stay in there for the rest of the second and part of the third before he's eligible to return. Here's Canton looking for more as that one over top of the goal. Quick transition play there as Dowell will pick this one up off of the opening draw. Give it to Winter. Buono, Barnes, Gurney, and Squarick. Defending right now, one man coming out to join them was Kellner. Here's Fitzpatrick back up top center point. Bromley give and go with Fitzpatrick. They'll find the far side now for Winter. Pulls it through. One hand on the stick. Tried to dive inside, but ends up stepping in off of the defensive pressure. As Barnes picks this one up. Blocked there by Bromley to knock it back down. Barnes going to be under siege here. Can they get this one free? Bromley knocks it loose once again. And that one's going to be the 8 seconds. Bromley picks this one up. Play now blown in as the defense gets set. Good defense from Bromley to earn themselves another possession here. Dylan Lacroix checked as that one will go over top of the goal. Mather pushing him out of the crease there as Gurney still watching him. Bromley near side, setting up once again. Buono knocked down off of the screen play. Bromley lets it go, and it's 4-3. Spencer Bromley, goal number 28 on the season, curls into the middle and blasts one down low to bring it within 1. 7:10 left to go. Coming up, next stoppage will be the officials' timeout. Shooting Eagles, though, persisting and able to bring it back within one, as you saw there in the replay. Just a wicked shot by Bromley. Buono stumbling over after the screen, unable to check him there in the middle. 7:03 left to go. Shooting Eagles, that one bouncing off the stick of Nielsen and out of play. We're going to go to the officials' timeout after that play goes out of bounds. So 7 minutes exactly left to go on the clock. And with Spencer Bromley's 28th of the campaign, the Shooting Eagles are back within one. Keegan Bell of the Sea Spray leading the league in goals right now with 32. Sakani Baker sitting in third with 24. Brian Gillis with his 21st of the campaign earlier on in this game. He's right now in fifth in the league with Connor Watson not far behind him. But Watson going to be nullified right now as he's going to be serving the rest of his 10-minute misconduct in the box. Oh, halfway through the second. 8 shots for the Eagles, 6 for the Blackfish. However, in the second, a 3-0 run to start things out for the Blackfish, a la Reese Barnes, Chase McIntyre, and Brian Gillis. Gillis working on a 2-point game right now, had the second assist on Chase McIntyre's goal. And then Cody Adamson, also a multi-point game for him. Gets the opening goal as well. He'll get an assist on Spencer Bromley's marker. Under 7 to go. Welcome into the Fieldhouse as the ALL West motors on here on a Sunday afternoon. Ryan Jones cuts back to the middle, feeds it across. McIntyre in and out of the stick as he tried to let that one go. Cal Slade and company coming forward into the middle as Nichols gets that one into the stick as it was scooped out of the corner. Gets it forward to Nick Musso, just out of his reach as Gurney comes over, collides, tries to spin off of the check here into the middle. Gurney lost it as there's the loose ball. Picked up as the Blackfish get that one across the timeline just in time as Jensen will whip it into the bench. There's a player there calling things out. I think it was McKinley just stepping on and wisely and patiently holding it right near the offensive gate. McKinley goes over to the right side of the floor. In behind the goal, tries the wraparound. Ended up stepping in. A crafty effort there for McKinley. So he'll head off on the change. 6 minutes left to go here in the second. Such a tough play in behind the goal to try and use the body control and curl that one in behind the goaltender. Far side, Adamson guarded by Henning. Jensen in the middle, Digby lets it go low, handled by Mather. Loose ball into Henning's stick as he'll flip this one forward. Here's Nick Jensen in transition as Sauchi with him. Sauchi's going to set the screen to open it up for Jensen. Give and go in the middle. Sauchi scores! Blackfish restore a 2-goal lead as they continue to be dangerous in transition. Sauchi, one of the alternate captains of the Blackfish, sets the screen to free up Jensen, gets it right back, and makes no mistake, blasting one past Nichols. Sauchi coming from another zip code to just get a little bit of a screen. Both of the defenders commit to Jensen, and then Sauchi all alone gets it back. Makes no mistake. Gurney flips that one forward. Fish unable to bring it down as Roberts will head off of the change. Buono defending on the forecheck. Takes a man into the corner. That one flipped out into the middle. Here comes Dowell cutting in. Whips it across. Stutter stepping along the edge of the crease. He will step in as Yingling tried the quick play cutting through the middle. What a pass by Dowell to find him there. Into the middle. McIntyre hits the man coming off of the bench. And Mlott flips it over for Jones. Jones cutting off of the screen. Now to Henning. As a couple of players come together. Delayed penalty coming here against the Shooting Eagles. As Slade pushing without the stick. Nichols, 5-hole save there as the Shooting Eagles pick this one up in transition. Mather was making his way towards the bench. He'll start making the stroll right back as it's going to be a holding call here. Looks like it's going against Cal Slade. Referee comes over to make the assessment. 2 minutes for holding the stick. Will be the call on Cal Slade. So a power play here for the Fish as they were able to bring things back to a 2-goal lead with a transition goal off of Graydon Sauchi. So they'll set up again here. McIntyre looking for a bit of a lane, goes back over to Jones. Loads, cradles, and fires back to McIntyre. Left wing shot, top corner, stopped by Nichols. As he'll get out in transition. Sam Clare trying to scoop this one up. Good play by McIntyre on defense. Fresh shot clock to work with here, courtesy of that play. Cutting in off of the near wing. Pass it back over to Jones. Has to get it away from Isaac Richmond as he'll get it across. Henning setting the screen on McIntyre. We've seen that play come to fruition a couple of times here in the middle. Couldn't get it out of the stick as Musso jumping out in transition. Here's Musso. Can Jones get back to him in defense? Musso shouldering him off, takes the shot. 5-hole scores! I think Mather thought that one was going to go for the opposite corner. That one just sneaks through the 5-hole. Shorty for Nick Musso. 5-4 the score as the Shooting Eagles get one back in transition, a man down. As Musso generating the turnover and then goes coast to coast. Look at determination on his face there. Just shields the man off and then picks the 5-hole. One hopper, rattles around the back of the cage. And with 4:05 left to go, we're back within one. That one, the pass coming free despite falling down. A delayed penalty coming here against the Blackfish. Near side, Jared Winter holding against the wall as the player is trying to get this one free out of his stick. Sauchi and Barnes pinning him in the corner. Buono coming over as well. It's 3-on-1. It's going to be a check from behind call against the Blackfish. 3:44 left to go. Now we'll play some 4-on-4 lacrosse here as Ryan Jensen going to go away for the check from behind. And what a pass. The Shooting Eagles player that was checked from behind was still able to get that backhand flip pass away into the offensive territory as they were falling down. So 4-on-4 here. 50 seconds left to go on Cal Slade's penalty, so about 1:05 of power play time to come for the Eagles after this. Lacroix scores! Lacroix curling off of the screen up high. Similar shot to how Bromley scored earlier. And 4-on-4, they'll bring it to 5-on-5 in the goal scoring department. Nick Jensen was unhappy, saying it might have been an illegal screen in the middle. We'll see Dylan Lacroix cut off of it here as Jensen held up by Bromley there in the middle. Barnes comes away with this one off of this face-off, cutting in across, unable to get the quick stick to go as the Shooting Eagles full of vigor right now. That one knocked out of his stick. The stick was actually knocked out of his hands. Ganton had to try and pick it up. Squarek almost took the high stick there, shrugged it off, got the pass away, and he'll head off on the change. 18 seconds left to go and 4-on-4. Cutting in the middle. Gillis turned aside initially. Referee in the crease, waiting. What's the call going to be here? And it looked like that one's going to stay out as they tried to get it out of the equipment of Nichols. Gillis with a quick little slip off of the screen was free in front. That one stays out though. Under 3 to go. Second quarter action here at the field house. As McIntosh, Bromley and company coming together there. Jensen looking at the official saying, hey, Bromley caught me up high. Official shaking the head no. So 50 seconds of 5-on-4. Bromley lets a blast go and Mather holds on. Mather thinking to go long ball, gets it free to Kellner. Collides there, big check from Bromley as Kellner going to spin off it and go the far side. 8-second backcourt violation as Kellner will drop it there. Picked up instantly by Bromley, and that'll be flipped through. 40 seconds left to go in the power play time. Bromley generating the turnover. It's been all over the floor so far in this game. Bromley, far side, McIntosh now centered to Adamson behind the back flip. McIntosh over to Adamson into Lacroix. Waits, flips it back over. Bromley guarded by Gurney, center point. fakes the pass. Adamson tries to let the one hopper go. McIntosh ends up with it in his stick. 5 seconds left to go. Tries the shot, deflected wide. Lacroix with 2 on the shot clock. Gets it through and scores! Dylan Lacroix. Multi-goal effort for him as the 5-hole on Mather has had a few issues tonight, and the Shooting Eagles have been exploiting it. Another power play goal for the Shooting Eagles. They've been working to great effect with the extra man so far this evening. Lacroix with 2 seconds left just lets that one go, and it gets through Mather to make it 6-5. Off of the draw, Johnson unable to get that one away. Crushing check from Squarek across. There's Dowell off of the bar. Almost another one there as Dowell was free on the near side off of the face-off draw play. Minute 40 left to go in the first half here for the Fieldhouse. Jumping up was Nielsen. Trying to push him over the line as Barnes tries the one-hopper pass, and they keep this one free. Knocked down. Shooting Eagles looking to come down the other way. Odd man rush opportunity, feeds it through. Sam Clare cutting in, diving, and that one just stepped inside as he tried for the far post. Had a lot of momentum there, and Sam Clare making an immediate impact since coming back to the Shooting Eagles lineup. Near side, Jensen flips it over, and he'll head off on the change. Minute 10 left to go in the second. Back over to Ethan Umlaut. Umlaut loads, fires. Nichols fights that one off. Picking that one up, Laszlo Henning on the near side. Whips it across, quick stick, score it! What a find on the far side as the Blackfish tie it at 6. The quick stick coming to fruition. Looks like that's gonna be Brian Gillis' second of the night. Just under a minute left to go here for the Fieldhouse as Henning whips that one across. And Nichols almost getting that one with the outstretched glove on the far side. Gillis absolutely lethal at the back gate so far in this game. It's going to be 22 versus 22. Bit of a they were looking at the referee. The whistle was blown. They thought there might have been a violation called. Popped in and out of the stick. As Square coming together with Richmond, finally up to a vertical base. 45 seconds left to go. We're tied at 6. Sauchi, near side, flips it over to Roberts as they'll get set up on the offensive side. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. McIntyre trying to cut inside. Roberts flips it over. Gillis waits, brings it back up, gets the screen from Jones. Pardon me, it's McKinley. Knocked out of his stick finally. And they pick it up. No, that one will be scooped back up by McKinley. Over and back will be the call. As that one last touched by McKinley. Jones near side. They'll pick this one up, and are we going to get a timeout? We are going to get a timeout called by the Shooting Eagles as Ganton was looking for what was going to happen there. So brand new lacrosse game. 21 seconds left, 20.9 to be absolutely specific. And the Shooting Eagles right now calling time. Gonna set something up. Head coach Adam Smith having words with Lacroix, Adamson and company. Roddy Jensen, the head coach of the WLA's Langley Thunder, also coaching for this Blackfish squad, looking on. Dave Mather, been able to handle the long ball pretty well in this game. The 5-hole's been a little bit weak tonight. There's about 4 of those goals have come from the lower half of the net. Shooting Eagles reading the scouting report, and they've been shooting there this evening. Bromley's had some from down low. Lacroix's had some from down low. The power play's been working to effectiveness as well. 6-6 right now. The score. Shooting Eagles will get possession in the front floor with 21 seconds left. The shot clock turned off. So Winter will start with it. It'll be Jensen. Both Jensens, Buono, Scott, and Kellner on the near side to defend. Net is empty, 6 on 5. Starting with it slow is Winter. We got Bromley on the near side with Lacroix. They'll flip it over to Bromley. Winter cutting into the middle. Screenplay set with Fitzpatrick. Buono cutting out onto Bromley. Trying to flip it into the middle. Net is empty. Jensen, can he get the shot free? Goes the length and goes just over top of the bar. Ryan Jensen tried for the touchdown and just missed. over top. That close to a 7-6 game. And that's the risk that you run with those last-second goaltender pulled plays, as not a lot of opportunities to get the goalie back into the open cage when you're in the second and the fourth and you've got that long change. But Jensen doing well to hold on to the pressure there at the end. Just shooting it barely high. Had about 2 seconds left after it thumped off of the back wall. Coast in general. As away we go. Scott and Johnson set to lock horns in the middle. Gurney and Ganton coming in from the near side. That one, loose ball, finally picked up there. Sauchi up the middle. Can he strike quick? No, Nichols turns it aside. It's the stick knocked away. And Nielsen going to pick this one up. There's Tyson Nielsen, flips it over, left wing side. As the Shooting Eagles weather the early storm there, big save by Nichols to keep them tied coming into the second half, that is. Cutting in from the far side, in, and Mather gets the save there. Picked up, and they'll try and get out of dodge here as the Blackfish look to probe into the middle. There's the pass intended for McIntyre. Would have sprung him free into the middle. Picks up the loose ball after it bounced off of the wall. There's Ryan Jones in the middle. Flips back up top to Brian Gillis. Gives it back to Jones on the near side. Cal Slade defending in the middle. One hopper shot. Nichols collapses on it. Juggles it around into his stick. And he'll flip this one free to Jacob Dowell. Dowell coming to the near side as they'll try and flip this one through. And that one going to go through to Fitzpatrick. They'll get it over the line just in the nick of time. Winter fakes the shot, goes low, fakes the backhand pass, and still holds after he gets shoved down. Near side wing. Yingling looking for something here. Flip pass off the screen. Backhand pass to the far side. Digby with a shot. That one comes free. Loose ball picked up by Barnes. Barnes running right up the middle. Cuts in, fakes the pass across, shoulders, goes around and behind the goal. Swims through, thinks about a backhand feed, hits the trailer. Coming in Ethan Lott lets a blast go off of Nichols' chest. Ganton tries to swim through, spins and fires this one forward. Grabbed onto by Johnson, and he'll get it across the timeline. Goes to the right wing and feeds it back to Bromley. He's pushed down, trying to get off on the change. Bromley flips it free to Yingling, and he'll finally get set up with Lacroix joining the fray. Yingling takes a blast. That one deflected off a stick on the partway through. That one scores! Spencer Bromley cleaning up the mess off of the far side. He'll restore a 1-goal lead and break the deadlock coming out of the first half, as the Shooting Eagles now up 7-6. Spencer Bromley, a wicked blast off at the far side. Again, just that one hopper. Mather's been having problems with it tonight so far. You have to wonder if at some point Brandon Humphrey will be getting ready. As the Shooting Eagles, if they get rolling, they can roll. Memories of the 23-13 game the last time these two teams faced off against each other. However, Blackfish have certainly shored up their goaltending since that, bringing Brandon Humphrey over in a trade for Drew Kask, and then as well having Mather return to the team. No disrespect to the other goaltenders that were with them before. It's hard to discredit the work of Mather and Humphrey in their second seasons in the ALL West. Near side, fakes the pass, diving in the crease. That one going to be waved off as stumbling and falling through. That one waved off. Mather absorbing the contact. As that one going to come to rest just outside of the goal line. Heavy move out of the near side wing. 12:25 left to go. Gillis flips it up to Jones. He'll wait. Lock horns with Fitzgerald on the near side. Jones still keeps it. Spins off the man. Loses it as he tried to cradle on the near side. That one knocked free off the stick check. He'll be pushed down. Loose ball shove. Possession for the Fish. Watson able to join the fray once again as he was eligible to return here in the third. And that one a quick shot and a hat trick for Brian Gillis. Finds himself free right in the middle and throws that one past Nichols to tie it at 7. Brian Gillis came to play today. Came into the game with 18 goals. Quick shot from the middle. A part of me came into the game with 20 goals, so he's got 23 on the season now. Tie him with Mark Yingling for 4th in the league. 7-7 your score, 12:03 left to go. Johnson whips that one to Sam Clare on the far side. Clare spinning around. He'll flip this one over and head off on the change again. Clare's been playing mostly transition and defensive minutes tonight. He's had a few opportunities offensively. Shooting Eagles, though, sticking to their guns that they've been running with for the first part of the season. Whip it across. Dylan Lacroix gives it over to Bromley. Curling off of the wing, takes the quick shot. Score it! Spencer Bromley! Hats have been flying all over the place tonight. Give another player one of them. 11:35 left to go. And just as soon as it was tied up, Spencer Bromley says, I don't think so. Spencer Bromley, so far this evening, helping out greatly the offense for the Shooting Eagles. Hat trick for Spencer Bromley right after Gillis got his own. Cutting it off of the near wing. Winter pushed to the outside, cutting into the middle. Tried to stop at the edge of the crease. Couldn't get the shot away, though, as he ran out of room. Jensen, near side. Dowell calling out the check on him. Musso there as well. Cal Slate. Alongside Adam Kotenoff and Sam Clare. Near side, whipped all the way, floor wide to McKinley. Gets it back. Watson tries the shot around. And Nichols got enough of it to send it wide of the far post. Slate running out of room in behind, pushed down. Can he get this one free? Throws it up. Musso in and out of the stick. Knocked it away from Watson as Kotenoff tried to whip that one across the timeline. He'll just head back off into this one here. Gillis looking for Watson, was showing one timer on the far side. Curled away from it. Gets it now. Righty shooter spot. Slade guarding him. Thrown down to the far side as he still holds possession. Delayed penalty coming here as Watson still has it in his stick. And then McKinley at the near side. They're wondering why the play was blown dead. As Watson got the pass to McKinley for the quick stick in the near side, but Watson never lost possession of the ball. The Blackfish wondering why play was blown dead there. I mean, I'm wondering the same thing myself. Regardless, so 4 minutes, a double minor, a cross check, and a slash assessed to Kotenoff. He'll be in the box for the 4-minute double minor. Gillis gets it back over to Jones. Back over to Gillis once again, whips it across, fakes, takes. Nichols turns it aside. As Fitzgerald tried to push him back into the crease to cause the backing in. He'll come to the near side. Fitzgerald lost it, loose ball, kicked at by Gillis as he lost the stick. Tried to scoop this one free out to the far side. So 3:36 left to go. Stick thrown out of the corner. As Jones will get it free to the official on the far side. They'll send it over towards the bench. That one was Gillis' stick. They'll chuck it to the bench and get the discarded lumber out of Hard's way. Near side, McKinley has the wide stance low there on the near side. Looking for it on the pass. Watson to McKinley. Cutting into the middle. Gets it over to Watson again. Big shot. Missed just wide of the near side post. That one out into the stands for a souvenir there. The officials coming together to double check. Possession. They'll say it was tipped and it's going to stay with the Blackfish. As Jones and Nielsen come together. Nielsen's been a thorn in Jones's side all evening long. So Jones will start with it here. Whips it over to McIntyre. Watson at the center. Over to McKinley, near side wing. Back up Jones at the point, guarded by Nielsen and Ganton. Showing sticks in the middle, trying to open up lanes. McIntyre behind the back pass, opens it up. Watson waits, takes, scores! Power play goal for Connor Watson. He faked the pass, brought it back around the defender, and blasted it home. So 8-8. Your score, as I believe, should still be some time up on the clock as it was the double minor. Yes, it was scored above the 2 minutes, so now the clock will reset down to 2. So Kotenoff still in the box. He got the double minor, one for cross check and one for a slash. Procedure called. Blackfish will get possession. The Blackfish now have a full 2-minute minor to still work with here. They get the power play goal. Can they get another? They tied it at 8. Will they come out of it 9-8? Leaving it, Watson in and out of the stick of McKinley. He'll track it down off the near side, give it back over to Ryan Jones. Now Watson on the far side, cradles, back to Jones, center point, feeds it in, looking for Roberts, bounced off a Slade stick as Nichols picks that one up. And then Nichols throws the strike up the middle, into the stick of Bromley. In on goal, takes the shot, and Mather got the save. As he was pointing at Bromley, just in case there was contact there, he would have been going through the crease. As that one flipped up to McKinley. 8:45 left to go. Imlot feeds it back over. McKinley with it now at the near side wing. Has Imlot with him there. Pulls the man out as Richmond defending on the near side. Jones flips it over. Watson scores! Connor Watson doing the damage on both ends of the double minor. And it's now 9-8 for the Blackfish. .832 left to go. 9-8 your score as Connor Watson scores on the first of the two in the double minor and then gets one in the second as well. Been absolutely lethal from that far side. Just picks the top corner with that one. Heavy shot. As Watson, second of the game, should bring Watson up to 20 on the season. It will. He's chasing down teammate Brian Gillis for the team lead. Gillis with a hat trick in this one, bringing him up to 23 on the season. Watson now with 20. Nick Scott looking for a teammate here. It's Gillis coming down the near wing. Screen play in the middle. Gillis feeds Jones the trailer. 12 seconds on the shot clock. 8:02 left to go in the third. Jones flips it across into the middle. McKinley didn't go for it as Gillis gets it in the stick with 4 in front. McIntyre turned aside by Nichols. McIntyre was all alone in front with about 3 seconds on the shot clock. Just tried the fake and shot low. Here comes Fitzpatrick in transition across. Quick stick, scores! Spencer Bromley, his 4th of the game. Give the assist to Declan Fitzpatrick as this one's tied at 9. 7:41 left to go. Spencer Bromley continues to do some damage on the offensive side of the floor. Credit to Nichols for finding Fitzpatrick out in transition, so he'll get the second assist on this one. As Fitzpatrick draws the man over, and Bromley makes no mistake, the quick stick on the far side. Left Mather guessing. Scramble play off of the draw, ball still loose, as Clare flips that one over and crashes into the wall. Here come the Blackfish, can they answer in transition? Buono lets it go, and Nichols turns it aside with an arm. Richmond now up the near wing. Next stoppage we'll see our officials timeout. Mark Yingling, left wing, has Winter cutting towards the middle. Gets a couple of screens there as Yingling hits the trailer and Dylan McIntosh whip it out and out of the wing. There's Lacroix cutting around. Bromley setting a couple screens there too. Shot blocked, goes back, 5 seconds on the clock. Takes another one, long ball, rattles around, and Mather grabs it with the offhand. Gets into the stick and out of the stick quickly as the Blackfish out across the timeline. Couple of love taps in behind the play as the players exchange pleasantries. Ethan Imlot pulls it low, cutting in front. Scoops that one back into the middle, in and out of the stick, but not touched by the Shooting Eagles. They're calling Mather back to the bench. Delayed penalty coming here. Mather gets to the bench. Extra attacker out on the floor. As McIntyre gives it to Watson, extra attacker, and Nichols holds onto that one. Connor Nichols holds onto that one as the delayed penalty called here. The officials' timeout should be coming. So Musso's going to get the holding penalty. And then Nichols. Nichols made the save, and I think he's calling for Ungaro to come into the game. Unless he was just going over, he's making some signals there at the bench. The training staff coming over and having a quick look at his leg. Getting some extra tape done. You see just in the bottom right of the frame, Nichols, training staff working on his foot there. A little bit of extra tape. Looks like he'll be all right. But coming out of the officials' timeout, 6:23 remaining. Musso will be in the box. Blackfish with a chance to make it double digits, 10-9. Nichols and Mather dueling in the creases tonight. Good shot of the goaltender there. He's got the colors of the Coquitlam Adanacs on him. So he'll head back into the crease, got a little bit of extra work done. And lots of these players in the ALL featured in the WLA throughout their summer season. So power play here for the Blackfish. Watson in the middle to Gillis. Feeds it over. McIntyre, backhand feed. Henning gets it quick across to Gillis. Defense shooting the gaps in the middle. Across. Watson, glove save by Nichols. Jones taking it to the boards. Loose ball push, so fresh 30 for the Blackfish here. Far side, Watson whips it across. Jones, shimmy shoulder fake and gets it back to Gillis. Behind the back pass, a little high, but Jones brings it back down. Glancing blow up high as Watson gets the screen from McIntyre, flips it over to Gillis, cutting into the middle. McIntyre, 15 on the clock, tries the low roller, deflects and goes in. Unconventional, but McIntyre will take it. A power play goal as that one takes a deflection on the way by and eludes Nichols into the back of the net. 5:40 left to go. The Blackfish, the first team to cross double digits. They're at 10 now here in the third. As this one, the quick passing play, ends up back in the hands of McIntyre. That one looked like it deflected off of the legs of Ganton or Nielsen in front of McIntyre off of the shot and ends up in the back of the goal. Nick Scott wins the draw there. The Blackfish back out on the offense once again, so Musso back out to join us. As Ethan Watt keeps it in the near side, cutting into the middle. McKinley taken down, unable to get that one into his stick, as he'll take a step back out of the crease. Watson, floor wide to Jones. Around Richmond, curls, shoots for the low near corner. Can't get it there as Richmond in transition now. They're looking over at the bench, cutting inside, Richmond spinning. Ethan Umlaut meeting him there, tries the quick shot. Crunched, but got that one wide as the Blackfish pick it up, and here they come down the other way. Transition play for Nick Jensen as he put on the afterburners. Haven't seen him able to get many plays directly in on goal yet. He was terrorizing in the last game out for the Blackfish. Gillis whips that one over. Thrown wide to McIntyre, has Nielsen on him, tries to back in, one of his favorite plays, fake the pass. Pardon me, he faked the shot, took the pass. Gillis gets one, and Nichols turns it aside. Nice defensive play there for Henning, as he'll pick that one up in and out of the stick. Gillis, can he get the loose ball? As Kotenoff tried for it. Jones flips it over. Gurney was out on defense, he'll head back to the bench, and he'll get the offensive players back out once again. Roberts, last man out on the floor. Ethan Umlaut waiting at the center. Cutting off the near side wing, there's Henning. Trying to get it through to Roberts. Defensive stick check there by Nielsen. They'll come together. Loose ball picked up by Gillis once again. 7 on the shot clock. Ethan Umlaut waits, tries the long ball over top of the goal. Nichols backed up into the crease, just in case that one bounced off the back wall and came off his back. As Musso gets the transition play started. Throws it forward, 23 seconds on the shot clock. Lots of fans in attendance at the Fieldhouse this afternoon. I imagine it's only going to get bigger as the Grizzlies and Sea Spray renew rivalries. 3:40. Illegal pick as the Blackfish will get possession back here. Gurney down the near side wing, checked into the wall by Winter. Still looking for some offensive presence here. Tried to push McKinley across the line. There goes Buono on the change. Watson flips it over. McKinley in and out of the stick. 15 on the shot clock. Jones trades places with McKinley. Flip pass over to Gillis. Now to Jones. Near side. In on Johnson. Curling to the middle. Tries to pass across. McIntyre tried to drag it around the defense, and Nichols turns it aside. Out in transition. There goes Johnson. Has Sam Clare and Dylan Lacroix with him. Johnson into the middle. Waits. Takes. That one blocked. As Sam Clare with the diving play as Sauchi gets out in transition. Souchy near side. Isaac Richmond pulled out to challenge him. Feeds it through to Ethan Umlaut. Maxon Ganton, Isaac Richmond, Brandon Fitzgerald, Tyson Nielsen, and Cal Slade defending right now. Cutting in front. Blackfish unable to get the pass to go. Cal Slade picks it up on the far side. Feeds that one up. Richmond backing into the man, goes to the far side. Ethan Umlaut hounding him as he'll head off on the change. There's Ganton. Holds it there and leaves it for McIntosh. McIntosh left wing side. Cutting in towards the middle. Feeds a pass to the right wing side. 2:22 left to go, 10-9 the score. Yingling knocks it down, 10 on the shot clock. Probing in from the left wing side. Back to the center point. Long ball gonna have to come here quick. Spinning off of the plek. There's Bromley, turned aside by Mather. Pinned against the far wall. Cutting in off of the side, tried to get it inside. Picked off and tossed forward just out of the reach. As Adamson will pick up the loose ball. Fresh shot clock to work with, and he'll head back across the timeline. Under 2 to go here in the third. Curling off of the screen. Bromley tried the quick shot. Mather handled it, and Gurney got the rebound. Gurney curling out of the far side. Just a little scoop play through to Nick Scott. Gets it up to McIntyre. McIntyre has the man free, was Reese Barnes at the right side. They'll let it go as the flip pass goes to Roberts as they get the last few fresh bodies out for the Fish. Jones joining into the fray as well. Jacob Dowell coming over in the trade from the Grizzlies. Ethan Umlaut dragging him out of the zone. Whips it across. Fed back over. There's Jones curling off the screen. Roberts back towards the middle. Connor Watson at the far post. Falling over, just tried to tuck that one in as Nichols was sliding across. Bit of a collision. That one stays out. Under a minute to go now here in the third. Dylan McIntosh, first man to start out with it. Gets a screen play, give and go. Couldn't get it out of his stick as he'll hold and try to throw it back to Adamson. Push to the outside, Cody Adamson loads up, coming to the far side. Couldn't get the quick stick off of the rebound. 45 to go now. Blackfish, 10-9 the score as they'll cut into the front floor. Ryan Jensen, he'll wait as Bromley checking him on the defensive side. 18 to go on the shot clock. They look like they're going to try and hold. Get a shot clock reset for a last second play here. McKinley pushed out of the middle. Gillis tried to let the one hopper go. Defended off, deflected off of the defender. Musso under siege on Gillis. He'll get that one off of the goaltender. Nichols, that one in his equipment as he'll look to get forward. As they're not going to go with the timeout, they're just going to go with the quick play as Nichols runs to the bench. Extra attacker out on the floor. 6 seconds left to go. Here's the trailer, trying to get it back across. Lets it go. Quick stick, scores! Absolute chaos results in a goal. 1.2 seconds remaining in the third. Shooting Eagles tie this one up at 10 goals apiece. What a play with the extra attacker. They don't need the timeout. They run it on the fly. Yingling gets it to Fitzpatrick, will bump it back and forth, and then the quick stick off of the far side. Mather unable to recover. And time will run out off of the face-off that ensued. And we're through 3 quarters with a score tied at 10. Quick decision there for the Shooting Eagles, as Coach Adam Smith electing to just pull Nichols instead of going for the set play off a timeout. 1:35 left to go in the third quarter break. Dylan Lacroix coming away with that goal off of the scramble play with the extra attacker. With 1 second left to go in the third. Third quarter scoring summary. They traded back and forth. Bromley for the Eagles, Gillis for the Fish, and Bromley for the Eagles once again. Then 2 goals for the Fish, courtesy of Connor Watson, both them coming on the power play. Those the double minor accrued by Kotnoff. And again, back and forth, 1-1-1. Bromley, McIntyre, and Lacroix. Give Garrett Winter the assist alongside Declan Fitzpatrick. Again, that was a tough play to follow as Fitzpatrick bumped off of the play, ended up getting it wide to Winter, who fed it across to Lacroix for the quick one-timer on the far side gate. The extra attacker play with 1 second remaining has us a brand new lacrosse game coming into the final 15. Face-off draw coming up here. It'll be Scott taking on Johnson. They've been going to war all game long in the crease. The face-off circle, I should say. 15 minutes on the clock. Let's get ready to rumble. As 10-10 your score. The fans holding their breath in this one as we've got a brand new lacrosse game here at the LEC Fieldhouse on TFSE TV. Jacob Dowell holding things out on the near side wing, flips it back over to Adamson. Squarick, Bono, Jensen, Watson, and Barnes defending right now. Bromley, Adamson, Lacroix, McIntosh, and Yingling answering for the Eagles. Yingling in behind the goal. Watson tried to get that one free, behind the back shot, and a goal for McIntosh. Mather held the near side post. Squarick tried to pick it off of the pass in behind from Yingling. Gets through to McIntosh, and a pretty goal to start out the fourth. Dylan McIntosh received the pass from Yingling in behind the goal. As they set up there, Squarick tried to pick off the pass, just missed it. And that one, McIntosh going behind the back to get that one to go. 11-10 for the Shooting Eagles. As the Shooting Eagles looking to set up on offense here once again. Adamson lets the shot go. That one blocked by Justin Gurney. Loose ball scooped away as Sauchi receives it here. Sauchi down the near side wing. Kellner running in to help out. Sauchi takes the shot, scores! Another transition goal for Graydon Sauchi, as this one's tied back up at 11. Blackfish go down by 1. They don't care. They get to work in transition and tie it up once again. Sauchi so far in this game, he's assisted on a transition marker and he's got one of his own. So 2-goal game for Graydon Sauchi so far this evening. Transition has worked like wonders. Off of the draw, 11-11 the score. 13:43 left to go in the final 15. Roberts curling off of the screen, takes a shot through traffic, turned aside by Nichols. Cal Slade, one hopper, through to Yingling. Out of the offensive territory, has the man cutting through, spinning on McKinley. What a goal by Mark Yingling! Yingling put him on the spin cycle. Right down Main Street, contact with McKinley, spins and puts that one upstairs to give the Shooting Eagles a dozen. Mark Yingling out in transition, picks up some speed, and an object in motion likes to stay in motion. It's the first law of physics, as Yingling, the fancy footwork, keeps the toes outside and puts that one upstairs. There was Sam Clare in transition, uses the chest to bump that one free into the corner. Try and keep it free, but Graydon Sauchi comes away with it. McIntosh goes for a spill, trying to check him in transition. Sauchi feeds it to the far wing. There's him Lott. Feeds it back through on the bounce pass. Picked up by Sauchi, and he'll be pushed out to the far wing. Scoop pass to McIntyre. Under 13 to go. Behind the back pass, one hopper to Connor Watson. Into Gillis at the far corner. There's Jones, last man off of the bench. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jones cradling off. Illegal pick called as the Shooting Eagles get this one. Dowell trying to pick it up in transition. Has the man there in Adamson. Looked him off. They'll go the safer route here with the 1-goal lead. Garrett Winter brings that one back down. Here's Adamson, far side. Winter in the middle, setting some screens. Digby mixing it up there as well. Dylan Lacroix waits, pass across. Adamson spins off the check of Squarick. Still has it here. Opens up a lane. Shoots. Scores! Cody Adamson whips around the screen and whips that one into the back of the goal. 13-11 now in favor of the Shooting Eagles. Cody Adamson using the wingspan there to shoot wide and just picks the inside of the post on the near side. Screenplay was critical there to open him up. As this one spinning off a square, and then Winter getting enough of a screen there. Gurney shooting the gap but unable to close it in time as he'll whip that one home. Second of the game for Cody Adamson. 12-11 left to go. Near side, one hopper goes back over to Jordan Roberts. Roberts throws it in behind the goal. Cutter's coming inside. Flip pass through as Gillis spins off, looks to go to the far side. So he'll come to the far side, throw it back into the middle. Ball bounces around. Roberts trying to get inside, pops out of his stick. Gillis ends up with it. Pardon me, it was Henning. Took the shot, turned aside by Nichols. Fresh shot clock to work with now. Laszlo Henning feeds it over to Jordan Roberts. Roberts feeds it inside, cutting man through, but Cal Slade will pick it off. Slade stops, pulls it through onto the backhand, pivots to the forehand and throws this one up. Picked off by Jordan Roberts though. 2-on-1 here as he's got Reese Barnes with him. Jordan Roberts in, feeds Barnes, waits, takes, scores! Reese Barnes with the fake, got Nichols to bite, and a 2-on-1 transition effort brings it back within one for the Blackfish. Reese Barnes and Jordan Roberts run the play to perfection. Good play by Jordan Roberts to pick off the play by Cal Slade. Then Reese Barnes just pulls it back and thought he was going to go to the opposite corner. Nichols tried to bring the shoulder back on the jab step, couldn't quite seal the top left corner. Gurney picks this one up, shoulders the first man off, and then leaves the one hopper for Buono. 11:07 left to go. Anthony Buono feeds that one to the far wing. Offensive changes coming here. Kotenoff, last defender off the bench to help out. McIntyre makes contact, spins onto his forehand, looks, backs in, spins again. Likes to use the height advantage. Quick shot for the far side, misses as it comes to rest near side half wall. There's Connor Watson cutting in, tries to get the shot on goal. It'll be the reset. Can't get to the loose ball though, as Nichols, good rebound control. In and out of the stick of Dowell, as he'll absorb the check of Ryan Jensen. Jensen caught him upstairs as Dowell tried to sidestep him. That's going to be a penalty called here as Dowell was shaken up. Trainer Sukhjit Sangera out onto the floor quickly. Dowell going to be up. It's going to be a cross-checking call here. Didn't quite see if it was a 2 or a 5. So 2-minute minor assessed to Ryan Jensen. So an opportunity for the Shooting Eagles to restore their 2-goal lead right now. Back into the offensive fray. Yingling back up to Adamson, now to Lacroix. Bromley near corner. They'll play pass back and forth through the lefties. Adamson getting a screen from McIntosh. That one bounced off the defender, and they'll one-hop it over to Lacroix. Lacroix fakes, pulls the defense out. Kellner chasing him out there. McIntosh just missed the near bottom side. As that one, they'll say it did touch Mather. As that one going to be a reset of the shot clock. 25 left to go on it here. Lacroix and Bromley back and forth again as Adamson curling around the screen. McIntosh sets another one there. Bromley gets it near side wing in the middle. Adamson waits, takes, scores it! You give Adamson a little bit of daylight, and he's gonna score. Cody Adamson fakes in tight, good patience, waits out Mather and finds a tiny gap in the near side post. Power play goal, it's 14-12. Under 10 to go. Cody Adamson, poised under pressure in the middle as he receives this pass from Bromley. And just waits, a couple of fakes, sees the gap that opens up between the top of the pad and the outstretched arm. And he'll take that one there. Blackfish now down by 2. Can they get one back here, cutting through the middle? Henning turned aside by Nichols. Here come the Shooting Eagles out the other way. Sam Clara getting a lot of transition minutes here tonight. Key offensive contributor last season. He'll let that one go, blocked by Abrams. Sam Clare pushed off the wall, tried to scoop up his own loose ball. Back in transition, he'll head off on the change now here. 9:30 left to go. Blackfish, Watson the trailer, calls for the pass and gets it here. One of the Shooting Eagles came up lame in the middle there as Watson tried to poke that one through, pool style, off the floor. It was Ganton that came up lame as he tried to stop on the play on the far side. Favoring his left leg, it looked like, as he went off on the change. McIntosh feeds this one through. Yingling on the far side. Cutting back, stutter stepping, looking over. McIntosh turned aside, off the side of the net potentially. McIntosh looks for it low. Stepped inside. He tried the wraparound attempt from the far wing. As Sauchi brings this one across the timeline. Blackfish looking to start something up here. They need a little bit of momentum, down by 2 right now. 8:40 left to go. Henning feeds it over to McIntyre. Waits, stutter steps into the middle, feeds it through to Ryan Jones. Now far wing for Gillis. Hat trick in this game, feeds it into the middle. Gets to Henning, long ball, misses wide. That one bounces back over the line. Declan Fitzpatrick isn't going to wait for anything. Good defensive stick check by Ethan Umlot, though, to knock that one away, as he would have had a chance right in on goal. Got inside position. 8:10 left to go. As Watson receives it near side blue line. Trying to go far to the other side, gets it back cross floor. Watson looking inside, fake, still has it, and that one turned away eventually. Watson with some wizardry in front, just unable to finish. As Musso absorbs the check, trying to get out of dodge, he'll be taken down, fall across the timeline. So they avoid the 8-second back floor violation. Diving forward was Buono. And that one, the Shooting Eagles were furious about that over and back call, as Buono was able to dive and hit that one back across the line. But then the over and back call was called as the Shooting Eagles picked that one up. 18 seconds left to go. Screenplay has McIntyre into the middle. Here goes Gillis to free up Jones. Laszlo Henning. McIntyre sets the high screen. They cut towards the goal. Gillis. Umlot. That one pops out of his stick. 6 seconds left to go. Chopped away as Kotnoff ends up with it. Kotnoff in transition. He'll hit Nielsen as they had a couple of guys slow to change in behind the play. Blackfish knocked down. Here comes Barnes. Sauchi with him. And they get one to go here. Greedon Sauchi in and out of the stick on the near side. As Barnes tried to hit him there. Loose ball, fought for. Barnes picks it up here. Crushing hit in behind the goal as he's knocked down into the crease, so he steps inside, and here comes Bromley. Bromley comes to a stop at the near side attacking line. As he'll wait. Pass across the LEC logo. Far wing. Yingling curling in from in behind the goal. Nick Scott defending there. Justin Gurney pushing Bromley back out of the zone. McIntosh feeds it over to Lacroix. Dylan Lacroix off the screen, turned aside by Mather. Pushed into the crease was Digby as they look for the rebound there. Anthony Buono goes for the check. Fresh shot clock as Bromley comes away with a loose ball. Offensive players back out here with 6:10 left to go for the Shooting Eagles. Time on their side with 6:07 left to go and a 2-goal lead. Inside, Winter, stutter steps, nice spin move, tries to spike it, and then that one sent wide as Winter and Gurney come together. Winter gets the better of Gurney there as he shoves him down. Players come together as Digby jousting at the far side post as well too. There's Yingling, lets the long ball go, miss wide. Bounced off of the back wall, and this one going to be over and back as Dylan Lacroix tried to get a piece of that one. Officials timeout with 5:45 left to go in the fourth. Lots of back and forth lacrosse action here from the field house. The Blackfish might have had an opportunity in transition there. And Coach Adam Smith with he's got that the green Gatorade going on. Solid flavor choice, if I might say so myself. As we are partway done with the final 15 here from the field house. Score is currently 14-12 in favor of the Shooting Eagles. Blackfish with 16 shots in the third to the Shooting Eagles 10, and now 8-5. So right now a 6-shot lead for the Blackfish as they continue to pepper Connor Nichols in the crease. So far in the fourth, in a trade show, back and forth. McIntosh, Sauchi, Yingling, and Adamson getting a couple. Then Barnes getting one from Jordan Roberts. And then Cody Adamson. So Cody Adamson in this game, a hat trick for him with 2 goals coming here in the 4th. So the captain scoring when it matters for the Shooting Eagles. 5:45 left to go. Anybody's game, as goals can come quickly and often here in the Arenalacrosseleague West. 14-12 your score. Roberts will start out with it at the center. Feeds it to the righty shooter spot as Watson loads up. Curls towards the middle, whips it across, quick shot there, and a stop by Nichols. Loose ball was picked up directly off of the wall by McKinley, stripped away from him by Nielsen. Tried to pick it up off of the back of the net. This one flipped ahead to Sam Clare. He'll get it to Richmond. They'll head out on some offensive duties here. Dylan McIntosh starting out. Connor Nichols out of his goal to discard of the loose stick. He'll just toss this one out in behind the play. So 5:05 left to go. Nichols back into his net. Bromley on the near side wing. Eagles on offense. Back far side, McIntosh gets the screen, curls out. Jensen shot the gap, knocked that one away from him. Ball picked up. Fresh 30 though, as Sauchi looked off Ryan Jensen, who had an opportunity out in the offensive side of the floor. He'll step out with this one and feed it to him Lott. McIntyre and Gillis coming out alongside Watson and Henning. Watson high stepping, trying to feed it through as that one knocked down. Here comes Dowell. Dowell scoops it forward to himself, and he picked this one up. Loose ball in the near side corner. He'll get it. Nobody was with him though. He'll have the fresh shot clock to work with though as he's pushed down. That one falls out of his stick. Squarick and Gurney combine to pick that one up. Justin Gurney curls around to the far side. 4:13 left to go. Feed it through to Connor Watson. Takes a long ball. Nichols gets a hold of that one as Cal Slade able to get a piece of that one as it went out of the stick of Watson. Buono, Gurney, Abrams, Kellner, and the last defender there is going to be Nick Jensen, it looks like. Far side, Shooting Eagles, loading up. Garrett Winter has Yingling taking the screen in the middle, gives it to Cody Adamson as the hat trick already. Adamson, Digby cutting into the middle, Kellner all over Adamson, high stepping away from him, lets that one go. That one just missing wide. Tough to bring that one back across the body as the Blackfish will get this one. Send it floor wide. There's Jensen sauntering in on the near wing. Standing room only here at the Fieldhouse on the near side. Lots of fans showing up. At the end of this one, Ryan Jones, leading assist man in the league, spins off, stops at the center point, flips it back over. Gillis ends up stealing that one away from McKinley. McIntyre for the top side, unable to get that one in. McKinley in front, jousting for it, but that one comes free to Nichols in behind the goal. He'll throw this one out and forward. That one skying and taking a couple of pinballs around. Finally, someone's going to come away with it as it comes to rest. That's going to be a delay of game call to Nick Musso. Delay of game called to Nick Musso as he held up Henning when he had the start of the ball there before play was blown in. So a power play here for the Blackfish as they'll try and bring this one back within one. Back and forth, Jones and Gillis heating things up. Hot potato on the far side behind the back pass. Out of the outstretched stick of McIntyre. He and Henning trying to track it down. That one will be thrown ahead. It's tipped forward as this one out of the offensive territory. Richmond waits. They still had one Blackfish member set up over by Nichols. Sam Clare holds up at the center, calls out the play. He'll flip it over to Dylan McIntosh. Scott defending on the far side. Kellner, Buono, Sauchi as well out there alongside Watson. McIntosh, the one hopper, missed the near post. A couple of players sky up for it as Bromley and McIntosh will head off on the change. Everybody's got to go quick here. Fourth quarter means long changes. Minute 14 left to go on the delay of game to Musso. Can the Blackfish take advantage here? Watson hits Jones. Jones feeds over to Watson again. Quick stick across. Back to Jones. Looking for the top left corner. Bounced off the back wall. And the Shooting Eagles going to get the ball off of the floor. Loose ball sent forward. McIntosh, part of me was Yingling, unable to pick up that one. Jones tried to knock him off of the ball. As Yingling, again, they've got time on their side. 45 seconds left to go in the penalty. Minute 48 in the game. 2-goal lead in hand right now for the Shooting Eagles. Yingling gets this one on the far side. Squarick defending, going to try and use the speed. Curling around and try to get the near corner. Loose ball, Lacroix, shot in tight. They'll get the reset. 30 seconds left to go on the power play. Jensen cutting in down the near side wing. A couple of players joining him there, including Ryan Jones, who was out on the defensive kill there as well. Blackfish setting up here. Whip it across. Jones into Gillis. Back up to Jones at the shooter spot. Into the center. Watson over to Gillis. Here's the cutter. McIntyre puts it off the bar. Watson gets inside, cuts in front, shoots, and that one turned aside. Rebound. Jones trying to flip it across. There's Musso out of the box. Back 5 aside. 1 minute left here in the fourth. There goes Mather. They're pulling him to the bench. Whip it across. That one took a deflection partway through, and Nichols got it into his stick. Mather making the trek back to the bench. Back to the crease, I should say. 45 seconds left. Coming out the near side, McIntosh just trying to kill time. He's got 37 seconds left. Knocked down, Gurney sticks with him. Sauchi there as well. McIntosh, 11 seconds to kill off the clock here. Feeds it back over, 28 left to go in the game. In front, clear, scores! Welcome back, Sam Clare! Sam Clare gets the wicked pass across the zone, goes airborne, and dunks that one in with a tiny bit of daylight over the shoulders of Mather. Sam Clare. McIntosh doing very well to keep this one alive for as long as he did. Gets the pass back up to Yingling, who whips it across to Sam Clare, looking like Michael Jordan with that hang time to get inside the crease and put the dagger in the hearts of the Blackfish. 16 seconds left to go. Looks like the Shooting Eagles are just going to let this one wind down. 10 seconds now as Yingling will hold it in the far corner. 3 seconds left. And time will tick down. Final score in this one, 15-12 in favor of the Shooting Eagles. Sam Clare with the dagger to make it 15 as the Shooting Eagles outlast the Blackfish in what was an entertaining tilt here from the Fieldhouse. Multiple players with hat tricks in this one. Nichols and Mather putting on some good goaltending performances, making some key saves when it mattered. Nichols gets the better of the goaltending exchange this time. Spencer Bromley with a hat trick, Cody Adamson with a hat trick, Brian Gillis with a hat trick. Lots of power play goals either side. And both teams coming together to make an entertaining tilt here in beautiful Langley, BC. Final refresh of the shot. 13 for the Blackfish in the fourth, 7 for the Shooting Eagles. So 52 for the Fish and 41 for the Shooting Eagles. So 26 saves. 26 saves, I believe, tonight. My math serves me correctly for Dave Mather. And on the side of the Shooting Eagles, Connor Nichols this evening with 40 saves on 52 shots to help the Shooting Eagles to their 15-12 victory. And their win streak now improving to 5 games. They'll improve to an 8-4 record as the Shooting Eagles continue to build momentum towards the postseason. Seaspray close behind them at 6-5. And the goal scoring continuing to come in droves for the Shooting Eagles as they're now up to 170 goals for on the season. No shortage of lacrosse left today as coming up at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. will be the Sea Sprite taking on the Grizzlies.